Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary series. So first turn, Goblin Glory Chaser. He's a pretty good card when you can renown him. Menace is a really good ability. Ooh, Swift Spear. Are we looking at a red deck wins mirror match? Or it's possible that this is a Mardu Warriors deck. I have to admit, I don't see him in Mardu Warriors very much. Dragon Fodder. Rogue's Passage. Is he going to block? I'd be tempted to, since it's this guy's only creature. And no combat trick. Koligon's Command. Discard a card and killing the Swift Spear. I have to say, against red deck wins, Koligon's Command is actually really good. Those two modes right there are amazing. Because one of their downfalls, historically, is running out of cards. And then a lot of their creatures don't have more than 2 toughness. Hell, a lot of their creatures don't even have 2 toughness. Abbott gets him Dragon Fodder, which he can't use. And Zurgo. And Hortling Outburst. And another Abbott. Gets him a Mountain, which is actually pretty good. Triple blocking Zurgo. I was thinking about it, it's like, yeah, you could block 2 to this and 1 to this and kill everything, but then I was thinking, all he'd have to do is have a combat trick and Abbott would live. And even better, he had a good combat trick in Atarka's Command. The only reason that Zurgo died was because of the way the Goblins blocked him. Another Hortling Outburst. It's very well played from the... What the hell is his deck? Is it a Goblin deck? We haven't seen anything else from him. There's Chandra. I guess we'll just call him the Goblin deck for now. He's taking a risk. All it'll take is a single combat trick, and the Goblins will die and the Abbots will live. And there it is, Titan Strength. But that's the thing, he had to play that combat trick. He couldn't afford to lose his board. And he kept the card. And Temur Battle Rage. Yow. And it has Ferocious. That's gonna hurt. It's got him at 4. And no. I guess it was 4 from the first strike. Killed him with the second. So, yow. 1 Temur Battle Rage. And that was game. Sorry about that. So, first turn, Goblin Glory Seeker, followed up by Looming Spires. So, he's got quite the upper hand at the moment. Dragon Fodder. A Morph. He's playing black, he's playing red. What would he have as a morph? Is it the Ire Shaman? Is that the card? That's pretty much the only card that I can think of that has morph that he would be playing. Mainly because it's the only morph card I've ever seen in a red deck. But he's building up quite the army of goblin tokens. No attack, no cards. I have to say, one Atarka's Command, or even a double Atarka's Command, would be amazing for the goblins right now. And I know I was calling the other deck the goblin deck, but now this guy's looking like a goblin deck. But he's going all in, which is not surprising. We know he has combat tricks. And Titan Strength to kill. Kolaghan's Command in response. Discard a card and he's going to kill that goblin. And in response, he plays Atarka's Command. But that won't save the goblin from the Kolaghan's Command. So, a lot of trading. 2 goblins get through for 4. Unless he has another Titan Strength. No? Ah, become immense. That is one big goblin. So, what is that? Jeering Instigator. Turn face up. If it's your turn, gain control to another target creature until their turn. Tap it, gains haste. And what was revealed? Wild Slash. And this should be game unless the red-black deck has... Oh, no, I thought he was... I don't know why I thought he could attack with the Abbot. It doesn't have haste. He is down to 3 life though. Pile Driver. You know, when I saw that he was reprinted, I heard a lot of talk about how awesome he's gonna be, and you know, most people were thinking of it in terms of when he was first printed, how utterly broken he was. But this is pretty much the first time I've seen him in a tournament practice match. I mean, there might have been a video that I did where he's in it. I can't remember all of them. But I have not seen him more. Probably a safe assumption is I've seen him less than 3 times. And with all the hype around him when it was revealed that he was getting reprinted, you know, and apparently Pile Driver, he's just not as good as he used to be. You know, the block that he's in is quite unfriendly to him. This red-black deck is just hanging on by the skin of his teeth. He's at 2 life. All it would take is a Wild Slash, and the game's over. Swift Spear. That's 4 attackers, 4 blockers. But the red deck wins is down to a single card in hand. The red-black deck could really use a burn spell. A Kolaghan's Command would be amazing. You'd be able to kill one of these guys and blank his hand. Goblin Heel Cutter. Okay. Gives him another blocker, so keeps him safer. 2 cards. One of them was a land. Ooh, and he drew a land. Alright, in the red deck, what does he have that he could kill with? We know Wild Slash would work. Atarka's Command would work. Well, Hordling Outburst would be great. It wouldn't let him kill him immediately, but it would let him outnumber him to possibly be able to win in a combat. I was trying to think. Temur Battle Rage would need him to have another boost spell so that he could get the trample. Oh, and he drew another land. Another land. This is turning into trench warfare. Just a stalemate, waiting for one side to gain an advantage. Or waiting for the red deck to snipe the red-black deck. Another land! Wow. This is really bad luck. I'm trying to think, how aggressive can you be in the black and red decks situation? Ooh, Arc Lightning. He has to play a trick or they're gonna die. Just that simple. Or not necessarily a trick. Well, in this particular situation, a trick, because if he had, for example, a Wild Slash, why wouldn't he have used it on his face by now? Are you going to use the last fetch land? Oh, what is he gonna play? 5 mana for Become Immense? What? Yeah. Okay. I mean, it saves the Abbot. I don't see why he didn't play it on the Goblin token. And Pile Driver can't be blocked, which isn't really that helpful. Because his whole shtick is when he attacks with other goblins. Oh, um, he's going all out. Okay, so the big guy can't block. Pile Driver can't be blocked. So he's going to get through for 11. Can he deal 3 damage with 2 red mana? Oh, yes, he can. Wow. He managed to pull that one back. And another collateral damage to add insult to injury. Wow. I honestly didn't think that he was going to win. I thought it was just going to come down to one draw at some point of the red deck wins to draw a burn spell and to burn his face off. I did not see any possibility of that guy coming back from 2 life to win that game. But then again, I forgot about collateral damage. And Goblin Glory Chaser. I have to wonder though, is the only card that he's playing in his deck that's black, is it just Kolaghan's Command? So is this like just a red-black version of red deck wins? Fiery Impulse on the Goblin. I mean, the pretty standard red deck wins now is a green splash so that you have access to Become Immense and probably sideboard cards. You know, I'm sure that you have Dragonlord Atarka in there, even though it's, you know, a pretty late game thing for an aggressive red deck to be able to play that. Dragon Fodder. Now, she would have been a good thing to have, if, you know, good thing to draw in that last game. There's Pile Driver. And Arc Lightning. Which, against decks like these, is a really good card. Ooh, and he had to burn an Atarka's Command to save him. But, you know, everything that you can do to remain even with your opponent so that later you might be able to have an advantage. Because we saw just that stalemate of he plays a creature, he plays a creature, their numbers stay even, he plays a thing, he plays a thing, they stay even. Neither one of them can gain an advantage. They're both waiting to draw a card that'll give them something. Okay, he just doubled his field, got a second Glory Chaser and a second Pile Driver. 2 Pile Drivers. That is, they play quite well together. Because they count each other. And right now he's got 4 goblins in play. Each other attacking goblins. So if he attacked with this board, each pile driver would get +6/+0. So 2 7/2s and 2 1/1s. Boiling Earth. 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Clears out the Glory Chasers. And doesn't attack. I was thinking maybe you might want to attack just because if he was going to block, the pile drivers would die, but at the same time, can you really take the chance on the amount of damage he can deal in a single turn when you can't block? So if he goes all in, both pile drivers will be at +4/+0. So 2 5/2s and a 3/2, and one of the goblin tokens can't block. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He does have 5 cards in his graveyard, so he could become immense the goblin token with a delve and eat one of the pile drivers. But that's if he has it, and that's if he wants to do that. And become immense. So 1 pile driver down. He did take 8 damage though. But now the pile driver is all by himself. They both have the same number of cards in hand. Hordling Outburst. That's pretty good for him. He doesn't have enough mana for the Rogue's Passage, but if he did, pile driver would be quite painful. But he's stuck on 3 land. He's swinging in. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking, how much damage can he do in a single turn? Because I don't see him being able to kill him in a single swing. So I was thinking I wouldn't block. Atarka's Command. Alright, that's 8. You need 5 more damage. Oh, if he has another Atarka's Command, then it would. Temur Battle Rage. Put him at 1. He's at 9. If he attacks with the pile driver, would get +6/+0. Yeah, that's game. He missed him by 1 point. Wow. There you go, folks. That was Red Deck wins versus... Honestly, I want to call it a Black-Red Goblin deck. I'll have to see if there's anything like it on the net. So if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button.